Good day. We are at the Taj in New Delhi and we're having a conversation with Brian Molefe, the BRICS Business Council chairperson representing South Africa. And today we're talking about the role of media within BRICS and specifically how we can tell positive stories when it comes to BRICS. If you, for example, we have something like the BRICS Journal, a publication which is produced in South Africa and which is there to promote and tell stories and report on BRICS. What do you think is the role of media within this BRICS conversation?
Well, I mean, there's a saying that says that until the
lion
can speak, the story of the hunt will come from the hunter. And so I think that these magazines give voice to the lion. It gives a voice to the voiceless, really. There are a lot of narratives about BRICS that are in the air, and perhaps these magazines will help us to bring us closer in the search for the truth about the true significance and meaning of BRICS.
So as someone who's very close in the conversations and who's part of the conversations about BRICS, what would you like the media to highlight in terms of the stories and how can we take it back to the people? Because it's been very high-level meetings and high-level conversations.
I think the most important thing, the most basic thing about BRICS really is the fact that it is the coming together of developing countries to define an agenda for themselves, an agenda that is not defined somewhere, but that is defined by themselves. That will talk about what is important to them as developing countries that have a common purpose, and to see how they can help each other and help not just themselves but their neighbors in the developing world to have a narrative or an agenda that they can pursue, and with the hope of bringing their people out of poverty.
So we've done something interesting in BRICS Journal, which is we introduced a section in arts and culture, which is not something that is usually associated with BRICS. But we thought because such diverse nations, different languages, different ways of doing things, it would be interesting for us to have an arts and culture which we introduce the people to people. Have you encountered any differences or anything that makes us different as individual countries that we can learn from each other?
The cultures of the BRICS countries are very interesting and diverse, and in fact there is a lot to learn from all of the cultures in the BRICS countries. What is interesting is that even at all the meetings of the BRICS heads of state and all these BRICS summits that we have held over the last couple of years, and I've attended about 7 or 8 of them, there has always been a cultural evening in each of the countries where the invited guests are invited to see a showcasing of the arts and the culture of each of the BRICS countries. So I think that is a very important element, that it is now also been taken into the media, so that people that were not there can see. So sometimes it feels like when you're sitting there, you wish like more people from South Africa would be present to see what the culture they have in different countries. For example, last year when we were in Russia, or tomorrow evening, or tonight, I think, in India, they will show us a bit of their cultural. There will be a cultural evening, and so one wishes there could be more people to come and see the diversity in the BRICS countries. It's not just about finance and economics and politics. It's also about culture, which is very important.
Okay, that's where we'll leave it. Thank you so much for the conversation and for your time. And I'd like to present you with a personal copy of our second issue, which is looking at the Industrial Revolution, the 4th Industrial Revolution. And I hope you enjoy reading it.
We certainly look forward to reading and enjoying reading this BRICS Journal. Thank you very much for the initiative.